Hey YouTube, I'm just doing a quick upload from the workshop to show you what was going on last night. If you follow the Twitter feed, you know I was experimenting. And what I've done here, instead of using the regular backing material, I've backed it onto fleece, and it's bonded very, very nicely. I'll cover that. I've tried using some Yoo-hoo, because everyone has Yoo-hoo, to glue another piece to the back, because that's what came through. You can see it's a little bit pink. It's still got some fibres, but it really soaked in, drew the fabric in. Mind you, I did brush it into place, so if I give it a much lighter touch, it might leave more fibres exposed. But even like that, it has bonded pretty well with the Yoo-hoo. I can pull, and it does pull away, but it needs a reasonable amount of force, and it's actually tearing the. You can see that. Yeah, that's really tearing a bit. So it does come away. It has torn away a bit of fleece there. And that's what the glue that's left, but that's not bad. It's nice. Not as good as it could be yet, but it's getting there, you know? It's getting there. There's more to be done. I'm going to try see if I can get hold of some thicker fleece, because I figure thicker fleece will absorb, it won't absorb as far through the fabric itself. And of course I'll give it a try without smoothing it into place, which will hopefully also stop it penetrating quite as far through, because I just want it to bite into the fabric but not actually right the way through, because my goal here is really to get it so you've got the rubber on one side and you've got the boundary layer of a fabric, not necessarily fleece. I'm going to try a few others if I can think up a few. And so you have a plain fabric on the other, so stick to it as normal, so you'd be able to sew and stick the pads in place, because I've had more than a few people say, why can't you glue these in place? And the rubber, the polyurethane rubber is basically, I haven't found any glue that will adequately stick to this stuff. It won't even stick to itself. If you can pour the raw, uncured rubber over this, and it will not stick to it once it's cured. The only time it sticks to anything is when it's binding through it, actually bonding to it when it's setting in the first place. So, a quick overview of the workshop at the moment. I've got all the moulds out. All the moulds are here. I'm sorting through them, seeing which ones are just too past it. Chucked out a lot already. I'm preparing to make new moulds on a lot of them, because again, a lot of them are also worn through. I've got upgraded moulds coming through. These are going to be the new foot pads once I get the layer of fake leather over them to give them some texture. But they're obviously, the masters there are made from wood, so they'll be nice and flat to give a much better result when used on feet. Profile's not quite square on that one, but it's getting there. I'm trying to keep them as close as I can to the original layout, so if anyone has used them before, they can just put them on replacement and just get the improvement straight away. But yeah, there's a lot of work still to go. Workshop's a little bit less messy than it has been. Over here though, we've got the new storage cabinet. New storage cabinet is an old drinks fridge, so it's basically a big insulated box. I'm waiting for the post to deliver me a little cabinet heater, which will be going, well, down the bottom there, where the oil-filled radiator is at the moment. The oil-filled radiator, of course, is taking up about a 1.5 foot. Bottom of that, it's 700 watt. It's overpowered for what it really needs to be. There's a little step there which you probably can't make out from this video, but there is a little step behind it there. That's where the compressor is, and because that's where the compressor is, it's yeah. So you got two levels, the base, lower, up, there. So I'm gonna stick a little 80 watt resistive enclosure heater in there, and that should be enough with a little thermostat attached to it to keep it at a good temperature. Not that we really need its day, because if I look a bit odd right now, it's because I'm absolutely knackered. The temperature in here is 26 degrees centigrade, and that may not sound a lot to some people in some areas of the world, but that's a lot because it's just leapt up the last couple of days, and I've had a, I've, uh, I think I'm gonna have a nap. I'm gonna have a nap now. Anyway, but yeah, things are progressing and will continue to progress. There's horns in the production. I don't want to show those just yet because they come out very nicely so far, and I want the final product to be the big reveal. So those are staying in the little storage box. So that's going to be 3 styles of horns I'm working on there, though. Hopefully over the next few weeks, I think, I'll be getting a new milling machine, I hope, because while this one's a fixer-upper, I don't have the money to fix it up to a good enough degree, so I'm just going to sell it and get a replacement. So I'm also hoping to finally get my little bicycle project, which is over there, on the go. Took it into the bike shop today, had a chat with them about some stuff, and been messing around on my current bicycle, working out all the gear ratios to try and work out what would be a nice comfortable gear ratio to work from. And there you go, though. You know, there's a lot still to do. I'm gonna cut some sort of new tool rack yet. Trimmed down a lot of the mahogany at last. Got around to doing that. There's a lot of little projects knocking around the workshop that haven't been touched in a while. Chucked out a lot of things, taken a lot of scrap metal to the yard. Aluminium is not worth as much as copper. It's I mean the scale, 41 kilos for 25 pounds is not an awful lot of money. But yeah, I guess that's it. I can show you this quickly. Some people on various blogs have mentioned that I had problems getting the making silicone molds for the eye masters, the eyes I was working on. Getting those working alright from glass originals, and this is one of the ones that's fouled up. And you actually see the silicone still stuck to it there, and that's not because I haven't cleaned it. It's actually bonded to the glass, and you take it off in chunks, but it's actually adhered right into the glass there. I just can't get it off. You can scrape it and scrape it and scrape it and scrape it, and you can get it off eventually, but you need to do a lot of work. I don't know why the silicone just bonded to it. I mean, it's a particular type of glass or something, but it's never done it before. The plate glass I've used in for doing smooth sections of silicone. It's had no problem pulling away from that, but I don't know. It's a bit of a strange one. And I'll leave you with that because this is running on today.